Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Millie Automotive and today we have an Isuzu V-Cross D-Max. Now, Isuzu are known for being the pickup professionals. Launched in Japan in 1916 and brought to the UK in 1987, they're well established within the industry. Isuzu only make one model, which is a pickup. They only make commercial vehicles and they're known for being strong and rugged, and they do the job. Now for me, I'm looking at this review as a lifestyle. Isuzu came to me and said, we've got a new lifestyle model we'd like you to try. So I've put it through its paces this week and I'm going to give you honest feedback on how I got on with it as a daily, because obviously it's a great workhorse, but can you daily it at the same time? Now, with the pickup, you get three different options. You get the business, which is single cab, very utilitarian. You get the all-purpose, which has a locking differential and a few nice bits with it. And then you have the adventure range, which is this, the V-Cross, and then there's one up from here. Now this is their lifestyle model and it's got everything you need for a daily driver, along with being a practical pickup. So let's have a look around it and then we'll go for a drive on road and off road to see how it performs. Right, so in terms of its competitors, this is priced really fairly. So the utility version starts from £25,000. The manual version of this starts from £35,500. Yes, it comes in a manual, which I think is really great, but this is an automatic. So what is new with the facelifted Isuzu? So we have a new modernised grille, we have different wheel options, and we also have different colour options. And isn't this colour absolutely beautiful? I think it really stands out. Now, in terms of the look of the front, we have a few optional extras. We have the bonnet protector here, and we also have the laser lights. Now, how cool is that? Laser lights, love that. Which are also integrated into the grille. Now I will say these are incredibly bright and I will overlay it now.
I will say the original headlights aren't that strong, but these light up the whole road. They are incredible.
Right, so the V-Cross gets 18-inch alloy wheels, absolutely massive mirrors, which obviously come as standard, but I think it's super practical and really good for visibility. Another thing I really like about this car is the fact that these side steps are actually metal. That is really, really useful, and you have to get a top of the range Amarok or Ranger to get these as standard. I like that. We also have door visors here, otherwise known as wind deflectors, and they do stop the visibility a little bit because they are very big. However, they are super practical because when you have the window down, it reduces the wind noise, which is great. Right, so let's talk about the rear. Okay, so it looks fantastic. The styling is really nice. We've got modern lights here and we have Isuzu written. We also have the dark grey badges. So we have, I'll tell you what, it locks every single time you get out of it. It locks and it likes to shout at you a bit, which is a good safety feature. So we have gas struts. La la, that's not it. Ta-da! Yay! So you've got two cup holders here and it will easily take the weight of a person. Now, let's open this. This is the mountaintop cover. Right, to open it, you have to pull this and pull it to the side and there it goes. And to pull it back, you've got this tether here. And you pull. I didn't do it enough. There you go. Smooth. It is smooth, but I didn't show you very well. This is also an optional extra, which is a picnic pad, which basically you put onto here and you can have a little picnic, which is nice. So something I really love about the Isuzu is that you get a 5-year warranty up to 125,000 miles. Not many car brands offer that nowadays. I think that's really useful. So I know you guys are dying to know how much does it tow and what is the payload, because let's be honest, the type of person buying this vehicle needs to know that. Tow capacity is 3,500 kilograms, which is great. And we also have 1,120 kilograms as the payload. Let's talk about the interior because this cabin is a really nice place to be. So we have the updated upholstery, which is these really nice updated seats, and they're super comfortable and really supportive. Now, and one negative is the plastics are a bit scratchy, but can you really grumble because of the price? I think it still looks great, and we have this nice gloss back finish. I think it does look really premium in here. Now we have a 9-inch touchscreen, which doesn't lag, you'll be glad to know. The only thing it does lag on is it takes a little bit of time to connect to your phone with CarPlay, but once you're actually clicking around, there's no lag. We also have physical buttons, which I know we all love to see. Physical buttons are the one. Another negative for me is this doesn't slide. So when you're driving, I like it when the centre console slides through, but it is what it is. We actually have 10 cup holders in here, which I'll overlay now, and there's so much storage. I think it's fantastic. We also have 8 speakers around the car, and the sound system is pretty good. Now, another negative for me is the sun visor. When you pull it down, moves the mirror in certain positions, which is slightly annoying. That's one grievance I've had with it. But overall, I think the interior is really lovely. There's plenty of space in the back. My niece really loves it, and she said it felt like she was in her dad's lorry, so it's very high up in her words, but I really like it.
The steering wheel is also very user-friendly, and we have buttons on the steering wheel with a hang-up button, which I love to see. The rear follows the same theme as the front, with lots of room for rear passengers.
Right, so it's time for the all-important on-road driving. So I'm going to show you how it performs on-road, and then we're going to take it on some mild off-roading tracks just to see how the suspension works and how it does what it's made for, really. Let's start with the engine. So I wouldn't say this is the best engine on the planet. It revs very high before changing up. Like going down hills and things, it revs to about 2,500–3,000 RPM. And it likes to beep at you if you go over the speed limit by like 1. If you went on 20, right now it's 20 and I went 21, it likes to shout at you, which is fine. I think you can turn it off if you need to, and it is a good safety feature. Now, for me, the gear changes and the engine aren't great. I'm sure off-road and towing, it can tow up to 3.5 tons. It would be fantastic. However, on the road, it's not so refined, I would say, and I'm comparing it to the Amarok here, and I know it's a completely different price range, but the Amarok had a much better engine, which was the 2-litre diesel. So this is the 1.9-litre diesel, and I'm not that big of a fan of it, and I think a lot of people have said that. Now, I don't think it's terrible, I just think it could be better. However, for the price of this car, you are getting so much for the money. I would definitely say this is an excellent choice of pickup, and although I haven't tested it to its capabilities off-road and towing, you can easily find that online. I think my angle from a lifestyle daily driver perspective, because let's be honest, if you're buying a car even at this cost, it's most likely going to be your daily driver, because it is still an expensive car in terms of cars, isn't it? All cars are going up, but yes, it can do the job, but can it be comfortable as a daily driver? The beeping does get quite annoying, I'm not going to lie. I would try and turn that off. So in terms of miles per gallon, I've done just over 300 miles in this car since I've had it, and I've really enjoyed it, by the way. I've got 32.1 miles per gallon at the moment, which I think is not bad for a pickup and the size and the weight of this vehicle. The turning circle isn't that great, but it's what you expect from a car this big. The steering is very light, but you do have to sort of turn the wheel a lot more than you would in a normal car. In terms of the size, it doesn't feel huge on the road. It feels okay, and you've got these absolutely huge mirrors, which is great. But the only thing is, when you come to parking it, it's a different story, and I'll overlay it now because I've had a lot of problems with parking it this week, and I think that is the practical downside to having a pickup. I think you can easily make, if this is your workhorse, you can easily make it your family daily. Just have a cab in the back if you've got dogs, and then you've got a boot, don't you? But the parking thing, it just takes a bit longer to find parking, to be honest. It hasn't affected my life dramatically this week. I mean, I went to a car show and they were like, you should probably park over here because your vehicle's quite big, which is fine. Sometimes it does work to your favour. Right, are you ready for Isuzu power? Oh, do you know what? It did give me a bit of a boost there, and that torque was coming through. Right, so we've driven on-road and it's time to do some mild off-roading in it. So I've put it into 4L, and to do that you have to put it into neutral and then twist it round. So let's go on some slidey mud. That hardly even slid. Took it like a champ. Amazing. Perfect. So there we have it, you've made it to the end of the video. So what are my final thoughts of this car? I've had so much fun in it this week and I really like it. I think it's excellent value for money, even with all the optional extras. The extras make this car for me. I love the light bar and I would definitely get that. Now, can this be a practical workhorse and daily driver for your family? Now, I will say, I think if you're having it as a daily, especially for me, if I was to get one, I would need a cab on the back for the dog because there's nowhere else to put the dog otherwise. So it is long, the engine isn't the best, but it's a great car, it's great value for money, and I think it does what the brand says, and they are the pickup professionals. So thank you for watching, and make sure to comment, like and subscribe for the next video.